to the Almighty. The peace be upon you all, and the mercies and the blessings of the Almighty. As I was walking up here, James mentioned to me that it's meant to be a short vote of thanks. I would have to beg your apologies and your mercy that it's not going to be that short. But I will try and make it as quick as possible. I've heard our religious, well, first of all, permit me to stand on existing protocols. I've heard our religious fathers, leaders, and uncles and brothers speak. And so, just like them, I would like the honor to take a leaf out of your book and just maybe preach while I'm giving my vote of thanks. Dear friends, family, loved ones, looking at all the sad faces here today, it warms my heart with gratitude for your love and your support. Thank you for sharing this moment as we say goodbye to my dear sister, our Abby, Bisola. She is so much to me, so much to us, a force of caring, a force of protection, especially when it came to her family. My sister was dedicated to her God, her family, and her friends. But most of all, she was dedicated to being the best human being, the best version of herself. I believe in Genesis chapter 3, verse 9, the Lord says, "From dust you are, and to dust you shall return." In the Holy Quran, which is what I know, in Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 185, we are told, "Every soul shall taste death once." And if you will permit me, I will read you that surah. It says, "Every soul shall taste death, and you alone be given your full compensation on the day of resurrection. So he who is drawn away from the fire and admitted to paradise has attained his desire. And what is the life of this world except the enjoyment of delusion?" And what does that mean? That means that we are only here for a brief moment. And in that moment, we do what we choose with that time we are blessed with. And from time to time, we forget that the Almighty has only promised us the now. And so that moment where I just said now is all that He has promised us. So we must try to do the best we can to impact everyone we touch positively, and even though our relationship as siblings wasn't always sunshines and rainbows, like any other sibling, and I'm sure like many of you have friends who are, and loved ones who are here today, the relationship wasn't always fun and love, but as long as you once loved each other, I can guarantee you that in her final moments, she loved you very much, and she valued you and valued what you brought into her life. And so, through all the laughter that made our stomachs ache, the quiet moments of understanding, the frustration and disagreement, some unending, and her support, she was always there for me. Her caring wasn't just words, it was action. So it's not enough to say, "I am sad that Bisola is gone." It is about what will you do with that sadness? Are you willing to take action and be a better friend? Be a better brother, sister, mother, father, and loved one to whoever you love. For that is what she would have wanted, that is what the Holy Bible teaches, and that is what the Holy Quran teaches. For us to love one another as if how we would want to love ourselves. And in your sadness, I want you to remember that the Almighty loves us more than we love ourselves. And just as the pastor said, who I do not want to mispronounce his name, but he mentioned that our Father loves us the most. He has sent us to the world to live. And one day He will call us home. And when that day comes, who are we to say, "Oh, but my Lord, I am not ready"? We must answer the call. So, though it is painful, The pain of losing Bisola has been immense. A void that feels impossible to feel. I was saying to my wife the other day that when I quarrel with my other siblings now or my mom, who will I call to complain? Bisola was the one I usually called, but I know that I will find someone else. Maybe I will speak to KP. But thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing our memories with us, your memories of Bisola with us. It reminds us that her impact reached far beyond our family, that she touched so many lives with her kindness and her spirit. On behalf of the Abiola Ajimobi family, I want to say thank you all so much for your condolences, for your messages, your prayers, and just for simply being here. To KP, I want to say thank you for loving my sister. I know how difficult she could have been. To be honest with you, I wouldn't have married her myself. But thank you so much for loving her, and just for the love you gave her. I promise you that you will never walk alone. If you ever need a brother just to even cry, just to even talk to, I know we men don't cry very often with one another. But if you need me, anytime, any day, I will be there for you. To my nieces and my niece and nephew, I want to pledge to you in front of all these witnesses today that for as long as I draw breath, I will be there for you whenever you call. If you think it, I will be there. My siblings and I will also be there, but as a man, I can only vow and promise you based on my word, and based on that is all I have after all. And I promise you that I will always be there for you. And to everyone, just once more, we want to say your presence here is an indication of the beautiful person that Abisola was, she was, and the love that she shared with everyone. We are heartbroken, but we are also grateful for the time that we had with her, for the love that surrounded us and surrounds us now. Thank you for celebrating her life with us. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. And just one final announcement is just to beg you to gracefully understand that the interment will be a family engagement only. Thank you so much.
Thank you.